We got the Thor tailgate party next Thursday, November 7th.
Look at the other side of what you're saying!
Waffle's birthday!
I understood you at first!
That's so gay!
No, he said Waffle's birthday.
Birthday!
Shut up,
Fucking
Tiger, you were
22-year-old?
Yeah.
My birthday!
Alright,
Thor.
Thor tailgate next week,
Next Thursday,
next Thursday, which is also Waffle's birthday.
Don't say happy birthday to me, I won't be here.
But he's not gonna be here. Because it's a Thursday.
And
But that's-
we got the Rocket Girl signing. That's Wednesday, November 13th.
Woo!
With Amy Reeder and Brandon Montclair. Woo! Of the Connecticut Montclairs.
And we got a couple other things coming up, but that's it for now.
I will be dressed up as Santa on November 27th.
No, we do. Once again, we do have a few other things coming up. There's some teasers. December 4th, Jim McCann will be here.
Woo!
December 11th, we will have Joe Harris here, comic book writer extraordinaire.
Yeah!
On January 13th, Tony will be shirtless.
Without my request.
3 days after my birthday. You'll also be skinny. You'll also be feeling
Look at how
pieces of
angry,
skin off.
baby. I say a little joke about you being shirtless, and look at how upset.
I'm not angry.
You got.
I'm not angry or upset.
What's the matter?
Wow.
I'm not angry or
What is
upset.
What's wrong? You're like drawing on.
Do you want us to
paper?
say-
You're looking
I drew
down.
90 degrees angle.
Are you okay?
That's terrible.
I'm good.
Yeah?
You keep deflecting.
I'm not deflecting. I don't care.
Don't talk to us, man.
Are you upset that we're not setting Tony's nipples on fire?
I don't think no, the picture's gone.
Is it because
It's
we're
on
in
Facebook.
Vietnam now and
I'm
you know
walking
who they
home
are?
tonight.
This is a free and open forum. You should always feel, comfortable expressing yourself.
That's it, bro.
It is sad to know that I probably have
Alright, that's enough.
that I'll never meet.
Let's not forget
I'll
our
check
picks.
it up.
Oh, I didn't choose to pick.
Oh, this pics.
Picks.
I got 2 picks. Just fuck you.
Can I have one of you pick?
Tiger's changing
Yeah, you can have one if you want.
Nah, pick my
What the fuck are you?
Alright, you want to just do a quick round table? See the
Tiger.
Well, I picked 2 because there's 2 good books coming out that I think are completely overlooked. Hit number 3, which Hit is an awesome
Wow, that
miniseries.
surprises me. Really?
What?
No, I know nothing about the book. Hit, it seems like a violent kind of book where you're
It's
more
like a crime noir type book, which I tend to like. It's only up to issue 2 currently. Issue 3 comes out on Wednesday. It's really good. The art's very good. The story's fun. So check that out. We have plenty of issue 1 and 2. And I also picked
Green Lantern 25.
No.
Tiger also picked Alex and
Ada?
Ada.
Yeah.
Ada?
That's a new Luna Brothers book, and I love their stuff. If you ever read The Sword or Girls
Or Whispers.
Whispers
Or Ultraman.
Or
Ultra
Ultra.
Girl.
Ultraman.
I don't know.
It's about a woman, too.
or Ultra,
God damn it, babyface!
You never read it, so
Yeah.
shush.
all A+ titles.
Fantastic.
Highly recommended.
I love this.
So check out the new series because it's probably gonna be just as good as all those.
I picked a book that I just want to hold in my hands and absolutely have nothing to do with reading it. So the Jeff Smith Artist Edition comes out next week.
Oh.
It's going to be the first 6 issues of the Great Cow Race arc. And it's original pencils and all that jazz. Yay.
I'm excited for Waffle's excitement.
I'm going to roll around in it. It's going to get ruined.
We're gonna watch because it's gonna be behind the counter.
So many protein stains.
I chose the first volume trade paperback of Quantum and Woody, the world's worst superhero.
Mind you, it's not a DC or Vertigo book. Or not Image.
It's a
It's
valid.
a valiant. It's a valiant book.
Making strides.
I read the first issue. Very funny. Nice, good old-fashioned superhero comedy.
Everyday Miracles.
Tony.
Did he make a big Tony?
Yeah. Really, I'm actually pretty excited to hear about Cataclysm #1 because I've been with that universe. for a
The
long time.
Ultimate Last Stand. It's the Ultimate
Tony's been
Universe.
with that
Number 1
universe
comes
for a
out
while.
already? Wow. Point 1 came out today.
Yeah,
your whistle.
I'm really
To wet
kinda
your
anxious
whistle.
to see how it ends, what they do with it, if any characters are joining our beloved universe at 6.6.
Miles.
What if they all just move to a new universe and it'll be like the multiverse?
Do you know Marvel hates the term 616?
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that
That was brought
Beast?
about by Alan Moore in the UK line.
I thought it was brought about in the Exiles book.
No.
No, that was much later. Much later.
Research man, do it.
Wait, doesn't
Oh,
Deadpool have
okay.
something to do with that?
No.
What?
There is no Deadpool in the Ultimate Universe
Because there's good characters
No,
there.
but
There was
he's
actually an Ultimate Deadpool.
616.
There was an Ultimate Deadpool.
Who we have to
Hey,
make?
what?
Ultimate Spider-Man, the original Bendis run.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
No, seriously, is he?
I think it's gone.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
not.
No, I don't think he's dead.
No,
I
he's
think
just not there.
Yeah.
Just no one cares.
I'm pretty sure there's a fucking trade called Deadpool.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Seriously, not for nothing, man. A lot of good fucking writing happened in the Ultimate Universe, and it's still happening.
Bendis is wrong.
Bendis and Bagley broke the Kirby Lee record of Fantastic Four with Ultimate Spider-Man. That's a statement enough to read that book.
Tony just got waved off.
No, very true, but I mean, at the same time, it
Well, no, I just
doesn't
mean
mean it's necessarily good.
no.
you know, but
Well, if it's for them to last on a book for 100 plus issues,
well, yeah, you know.
and even in this day,
Well, look
back
at
then-
Superman. He's up to how many fucking issues?
And have they been
honestly?
good?
No.
Babyface, what's your pick?
My pick is.
Green Lantern 25.
No, it's not. It's not. My pick's important to me.
Green Lantern Corps 25.
No.
Lantern.
No. Amazing X-Men #1 comes out next week, and it's important to me because my favorite X-Men is Nightcrawler, and it's the series that's bringing him back.
Yeah. How long is
I
that
cried when he
going
died
to
too. When Second Coming came out, so at least like 4 years.
characters.
So, I mean, honestly, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey are probably the two
Characters that we
longest dead
Nightcrawler's
Marvel.
X-Men.
X-Men.
I'm saying, like,
'Cause-
seriously, like,
Because now there's one golden character that cannot be brought back to these pages unless he's an alien or it's time travel.
who?
Captain
Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
But for I mean,
Cancer.
Wait, don't you do Captain Marvel?
I feel
No,
like
Captain Marvel because yours is Shazam now.
all these modern X-Men stories, if Nightcrawler was a part of them, I feel like the stories would have been different. So I want to see what happens because Nightcrawler is back on the team as that
There's gonna be a lot more
like
poofing.
that core character for the team.
I gotta say, though, I mean, like, just thinking about Captain Marvel for a second, I really feel like Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel is, like,
Is amazing.
totally, like, stepped up and
Kelly Sue's killing that. too.
yeah. Kelly Sue DeConnick is doing a great job.
Is Pretty Deadly her first creator-owned book?
Yes, it is.
And it's a pretty fucking good foray into creator-owned
I
stuff.
haven't read it yet.
You're gonna dig it. It's a fun
interesting.
first issue.
How
Pretty
Pretty
Deadly #1 came out last
Week,
week.
yes, last
Yeah.
week.
We have a few copies left.
Yep.
And we can't get any
Did you
more,
read it
so
yet,
if you
Tiger?
want them, get them.
What?
Did you read Pretty Deadly yet?
No, I didn't. I want to though.
What's the gist of it?
It is and it isn't about Death's daughter or supposed daughter.
It's
Okay.
semi-western book.
Yes, kind of set in like the old west, but not like the super duper old timey west feel.
Uh-huh.
You know, like people, the cowboys walking around,
Yeah.
and it's almost like a fairy tale set in the west, but it's not very fairy tale like. If
But
that makes
like,
any sense.
But like Waffle said with like Death's child.
daughter, Death,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
any book that has Death riding on a horse at some point usually gets me. Like just that image, you know what I mean? No matter what time period, like that whole stand image, man, and the white horse, like.
Speaking of death, my pick for next week that I just got caught up on very recently, and I thought it was a really, really good book, is East of West, issue 7.
Pretty Deadly has a very east to west feel.
Yes, it does.
I really,
Goblin Hats, done.
I read the first trade, and I was really impressed. I mean, it's got a bit of everything in it, and it's got a lot to do. The main character is the fourth horseman, Death, and it has to do with his human bride as well. And I'm really curious to see where it goes.
He's just a good storyteller.
Yeah, it's just a really, really good book.
That whole scene in the first trade, New Shanghai, was really awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now,
Who's Wayne Tiger?
very quickly, if everybody can, just while we're in picks, if you had to pick one book that you are going to show to someone who has never read comics before, what are you giving them? Ed,
Saga.
okay?
Saga.
Why the Last Man?
One last minute, Tiger.
Nah, I'm a preacher.
Chronicles of Woman.
Yeah. I mean, like something good and engaging, not a funny haha book. You need to like understand the writer a little bit.
Well, see, that's the hard thing. Is a lot for me. It depends on the person.
Yeah, exactly. It's person to
really-
person, but I've never gone wrong giving a friend that's never touched comics Saga
No, I agree with
or
you.
Hellboy. Those two books have gotten people I know coming.
Look
Yeah,
at all these
and I was going to say
Alright.
why the Last Man. Is
I'm just saying, like, somebody comes into the shop and says, I've never read fucking comics before. I want to read a comic book.
What's your-
Blow my fucking mind. Make me a comic book
What's your
fan.
favorite genre of movie?
Okay.
Make me a comic book fan. You know.
What's your
No. I'm not saying what we normally do here.
Oh, just
and you're
off the top of my head.
you're literally grabbing something. They don't want to give you any info.
No,
They just want you to put something in their hand. They're buying it. They're splitting, and they're gonna read it.
Changing my mind.
What is it?
Fables.
Fables.
I stick with Saga then because that's literally what's happened. People are like, I just want something really good.
See now, Babyface took mine. Fables.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna recommend one that someone really awesome recommended to me when I first stepped into a store. The Light Brigade.
Is that me?
Yes, it was the first book he actually ever gave
He
me.
just
to read
rubbed your
when I-
back
when I worked
metaphorically.
with
Well,
stores.
actually, Light Brigade is coming out in
hardcover.
January in hardcover. It's being re-released. It's a great book. It's about it takes place during World War II, and the Nazis are looking for basically the spear that pierced Christ, and it's got a lot to do with theology and World War II, scruples. It's a great fucking book, so good call, Tony.
It's ran by Peter Tomasi, who wrote Green Lantern Corps and is currently writing Batman. And Batman and Robin is writing.
Also wrote Black Adam: The Dark Age.
Ooh.
That was another really fun one.
So yeah, so my pick would have been Fables as well. I find that because I feel like my reason for Fables is I feel like everybody can identify with the characters very quickly. Everybody knows who Snow White is. Everybody knows who these fables are. And the twist on it and it being a bit more adult. I mean, it was the first thing that I gave to my wife, Joanna. And you dug it, right, hon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Keep on reading.
she really
Aw.
enjoyed it.
Keep on going. Fall in love with Boy Blue.
So basically, like, you know, what I'm trying to accomplish here is for anybody who is listening or listens on the regular and you haven't read either of these books, don't even just ask us where they are in the shop, because they're definitely things you should be reading. Because there's so many people who come in and they read their DC, they read their Marvel every week.
Go try that one.
And
image
they're
book.
like, oh man, you know, Marvel, oh, like starting #1 again, or DC's, you know, doing this again, and they're doing New 50. There's so much other shit,
But-
just once again.
Sadly, me and Babyface have been stopped a few times by people who have just been like, "Oh, independents suck."
Please shut up.
I'm
We're
just
like, whatever.
I read what I read. All independents.
But I love the fact that a lot of people still really consider like Image and Dark Horse
Independent.
independence.
I know.
They're big
Wait,
four now. Like,
Image is like this powerhouse. So like,
I've-
anytime Image releases #1, it's like you gotta try
Yeah,
this. You have to read this.
I've stopped saying big two. It's
I'll put
big
it to you
four.
this way: if Image had another book like Walking Dead, just one other book like Walking Dead, they're just like scantily behind
DC.
the big two. You know, really.
How about this for a jumping off point? You read your DC and you read your Marvel. Who's on Marvel right now? Rick Remender's doing Captain America.
Hickman. Hickman's writing East of West.
But all of these people
Yes.
have Image books too.
Rick Remender has like 2 books right now. One that's coming out and one he's doing right now.
He has Uncanny Avengers
You
and
know,
he has
Kirkman
Captain
created
America.
Marvel Zombies, but you know he still
Also,
does what he
Yo,
did.
whoa! Mark Miller created Marvel Zombies.
I
Yeah.
stand corrected. Thank you.
And if you
In the
go
Ultimate
through Captain
Fantastic
Captain
Four
America,
universe.
he's doing Fatale, he's doing Velvet now, which is awesome.
He left Marvel. He's not doing anything for Marvel now.
Is there
And
another
Remender's
Purple
doing the
Sign
next Winter Soldier story.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way. I mean, anybody who's a fan of Kirkman and loves Walking Dead and even Invincible, because I mean, the guy has proved that he can write.
Almost anything.
I mean, in a couple of different comic book genres. Don't forget about books like Irredeemable Ant-Man,
Jubilee.
Jubilee, the Jubilee miniseries he did for Marvel.
Ultimate X-Men.
You know, the mainstream shit that the guy's done as well. That even if you're a speculator, Kirkman's not going anywhere, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, like Thief of Thieves, which I know he co-wrote or he did the concept for.
He
That
bought.
first
and
trade is like the perfect heist movie.
I mean, even Haunt
Honto's great.
Haunt with Todd McFarlane.
And he
Oh
has
my
a new
God.
book coming out next
Great.
year called
That started off such an explosion.
Outcast.
Yeah. Astounding Wolfman.
Super Dinosaur.
Oh.
Battle
Those are so
Pope.
fu- Oh my God.
Battle Pope.
Battle Pope.
Battle Pope is probably the most forgotten Kirkman series ever.
Battle
Right.
Pope is probably
Battle
the
Pope is hysterical.
That was
first
that,
book Gore handed me was probably Battle Pope.
So, Waffle, quick synopsis of Battle Pope.
The world's gone to shit, and the Pope has kind of just turned to being a hard drinking, like hard smoking man. So there's a chubby little like John Paul II sitting in a bar. Picture that pretty much. And God kind of looks down and goes, "He's the only person that can really fix this." So imbues the Pope with holy power and sends down hippie Jesus to be his like sidekick buddy. And it's the best buddy cops comic of all time.
It is. It really is.
He's fucking holy Virgin Mary.
No, and that's seriously. I mean, like
The Pope is a womanizer.
right? You can't explain it better than I mean, like if you love buddy cop films, buddy cop anything,
With the hard ass and the dumb goofy guy, like who said woo? The dumb goofy guy?
Johnson.
I love you, John.
Well, a tiger just got up and left.
So I guess well, that means that
I think.
well, it's 6-1. They could come back.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna go puke in the bathroom.
Yeah, I just felt it was important to get that out, you know, because
I like those little.
a lot of people usually ask, you know, what's your favorite? What do you recommend? And
Look at the Benedict
I'm just
brothers.
curious.
Well,
When they
like,
asked me to read, like, what should they read? And I both told them like BPRD.
if you guys haven't been paying attention, on Mondays I started my own little book club sale where. I'm sorry, Waffle.
No, it's a good
No
thing.
kidding.
But every Monday I've been choosing a different series, and all the collections, trades, hardcovers, whatever, 25% off. And the whole purpose of it is I'm choosing books that I care about and I love. And every week it's a different title. And I purposely, every week, I will not choose a title that we do not have the first trade in. Like last week I was going to choose Invincible. We didn't have the first trade in, I didn't choose it. So every week I'm just choosing different things, and I post it online, and I'm just telling you, this is a book I love. I feel like people should read, and if you want to, listen to me and get into something, pick it up.
I mean, the bottom line is, you know, Babyface fucking, not only does he know comics, he fucking loves comics. He cares about them. He cares about, everybody who works here cares about getting people into new shit. We know what the reason that we're standing around in this fucking place is, and so the Mondays where Babyface is offering that 25% off, kind of pay attention on Monday. Just look on Facebook, look on Twitter. There's been some really good shit. I mean, this past week was Sandman, for Christ's sake.
In like anticipation almost for the new series, which
Yeah.
is really fucking good.
I planned them out. I didn't even realize that too. I forgot that the new Sandman Overture was coming out.
I told you that, and you went, yeah.
Yeah, Waffle's like, oh, that's because of the
when you
number
bring
one.
up, when you bring up like an idea and you want the credit, yes, I did.
Before we wrap up, I'm just going to throw a wild card out there for everybody. A comic that's really fucking good and expands on the universe that the film's created in a great way, and I think was overlooked, and it's a completely underrated comic, was 28 Days Later. The 28 Days Later
Lapham killed.
series, Jesus Christ. Like, I remember catching up on that book and being like, oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, it's given me so much more than the films have given me. So
I have the first two hardcovers. Even all the comics based around those films are insane.
yeah,
Steve Niles did an in-between between 28 Days and 28 Weeks, which was insane.
mm-hmm.
Anybody who touches that property finds out what to do that those writers of those films couldn't.
No, yeah.
And Dave Lapham, what was that, like 27 issues, 28 issues?
Not to belittle the
No,
films. The
no.
films are great too.
The
But
first one is amazing. Is
it's not often that there's a film out and then a company grabs property, starts a comic series about it, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, like really phenomenal. And it's not just something that passerbys are going to stop in the comic shop and say like, hey, I heard that my favorite TV show has a comic series too, and I can't get enough of it. And I mean, 28 Days Later was just, it literally probably is one of those few properties that I think of that, wow,
Same comic company did Die Hard Year One, which you should read.
Die Hard Year One was great.
It was. I have this.
Wow, I didn't even know any of these.
Die Hard Year One.
Prequel.
It's
Prequel
McLean
to
in
Die
his
Hard.
first year.
non-DC books.
He's literally in a fucking cop uniform. Like,
Yeah, he's hitting the he's on
really,
his
really
beat.
good. Yeah.
Funny enough, they're also doing RoboCop too, right?
Yeah.
Right now, there's the new Frank Miller one, which is like the
Stand.
sequel to.
The new issue comes out next week, actually, for that, too. RoboCop, Last
Stand.
Stand.
I
Yeah.
think issues that next week.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
which is
I just,
Babyface said the name, Sabu said it again, and then you like reiterate. Like,
Tony's got his shirt off. He's feeling man.
All right.
Tony listens, he doesn't comprehend.
I'd like to thank our studio audience.
Yeah. Riddler for revealing himself and sitting down with us. Danny Rodriguez.
See you in hell, buddy. See you in hell.
Thank everyone at the cameras, everyone at the table.
I'd like to thank my wife, who's here again for a second week in a row.
And your future son.
Yeah, my future son, who's here for his second podcast, Antonio.
Kenny for being Kenny.
Yeah.
Steve for making us smell the chili.
I didn't smell any chili.
And Giancarlo, because he knows why.
And Tiger for putting up with another
And
podcast.
Simonovsky for kind of being like the chameleon.
What?
He's Russian.
Alright, let's go order ahead.
Wow.
Kieran Believe, WCBJ signing off.
Never
Fucking
again.
Kieran.